No, yes, that is yours. They can use the other microphones.
Good afternoon, honorable members. Good afternoon, permanent witnesses. My name is Natasha Mlenga, Director of Engineering Services.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tenson Infula, former Director of Works for KALUMBILA Town Council.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, committee members. My name is Yovis Hamaji, the Chief Procurement Officer, KALUMBILA Town Council. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, member of the committee. My name is Irena Chinura, Acting Data Finance.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Singwalet is my name, former Director of Finance.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, members of the committee and permanent witnesses. My beautiful name is Zulu Joseph, Director of Planning. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Salome Litongo, and I'm the internal auditor.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tankash for former internal auditor.
Former?
Good afternoon, Chair. My name is Mugonde Fisjon, Socio-Economic Planner.
Thank you. AG's office. They are done, all of them. We have now permanent witnesses, starting with the AG's office in that order.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members, and good afternoon, KALUMBILA Council. My name is Patricia Malaila, Director from Office of the Auditor General. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members. Good afternoon, KALUMBILA CS and the team. I'm Sylvia Eddy, Principal Auditor, Solwezi Audit Office.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akiri Stephen. I'm the Assistant Director, Solwezi Provincial Audit Office.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Good afternoon to you and the Honorable Committee. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Luvinda Sinyani from the Planning and Research Department in the Office of the Auditor General.
Good afternoon, Chair and the Honorable Committee, members of the committee. Good afternoon, CS and your management team. My name is Mlenga Chama, coming from the Office of Accountant General.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chair and the committee. Good afternoon, KALUMBILA Council. My name is Achuya Davis, Assistant Director, Local Authorities Department, Ministry of Finance and National Planning, Audit Division, and you're welcome.
Good afternoon, Chair, and good afternoon, honorable members of the committee. KALUMBILA Town Council, good afternoon, and you're welcome. My name is Joyce Kubansa from Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairperson, honorable members of the committee, permanent witnesses, KALUMBILA, you're welcome, and good afternoon to you. My name is Mutali Mishek. I'm from the Local Government Service Commission. Thank you so much. Clerk's office.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Keke Mokwa from Office of the Clerk.
Thank you so much, Chairperson, and good afternoon once again to you, CS and your team. Good afternoon. I am Chidimboy Elijah from the Office of the Clerk of National Assembly. Our witness, you're welcome.
Thank you. Honorable Member for Sakiri.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, KALUMBILA. Honorable Pavjumpa is my name. I represent the good people of Sakira constituency in the Copper Belt. Thank you.
Chair, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, the humble servant.
Equally, my beautiful name is Modelo Mishek, MP for Meted. CS and your team, you're welcome. Take it easy. Be calm. Be calm. Thank Thank you, our humble servant.
Thank you, Chair. Kalumbila Town Council. Welcome to your Committee on Local Government Accounts. I am Honorable Dr. Aaron Maza, Member of Parliament for Kawumbwe constituency in the Tauke district of the Eastern Province. Thank you.
Honorable Fodunumezi.
Chair, I'm grateful. Kalumbila Town Council, good afternoon. I'm Honorable Dr. Singombe, representing the people of Dundumwezi in Kalomo, Southern Province. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CS and your team. My name is Mishek Mutetwa Nyambose, not Mutero, but Mutetwa Nyambose. I represent the wonderful and good people of Chasefu constituency in the eastern part of Zambia, and I'm privileged to chair your committee. Once again, you're welcome. Be calm, as guided by the humble servant. You can take us through your report. Oh, it's already done. Yes, sir. You can take us through your reports, yes.
Thank you, Chair. Memorandum submission to the Parliamentary Committee on Accounts of Local Authorities for the audit of the Constituency Development Fund for Kalumbila Town Council cited in the Auditor General Report for financial year ended 31st December 2023. Chair will proceed to queries. Query number 1. Opening and grading of Kalengerenge 40-km road in Munkumbi Ward. On 3rd April 2024, the Council approved the evaluation order amounting to 320,000 for an addition 80 km for the area a contractual scope.
As a matter of guidance, okay, you read the title of the query like opening and grading of Kalengerenge 40-km road in Mukumbi Ward. Then you go to management response.
All right. Thank you, Chair.
Or maybe because A1, you also read questionable variation. Then this when you go to management response.
Thank you, Chair. On questionable variation, on 3rd April 2024, the Council approved the variation order amounting to 320,000 for an additional 80 km from the area contractual scope of 40 km, bringing the total kilometers to be opened and graded to 48 km. The variation was questionable in that it was approved after the contract had expired, and the expected completion date was 23rd April 2023. While the variation approval date was 3rd April 2024, 13 months after expected completion date. Further, the approval and payment of the 320,000 on 15th April 2024 was also questionable, as a physical verification conducted on 28th July 2024 revealed that the contractor had demobilized and the additional 8 km was not worked on. In addition, it was observed that the contrary to the contract requirement of opening and grading of the road, the contractor cleared off trees which were close to the road, while grading was not done. As at 31st October 2024, the Council had not claimed a refund for the works that were paid for but not undertaken, as seen in pictorial below. Management response, cause of query. The Council cited that on 3rd April 2024, approved a variation order amounting to 320,000 for the additional 80 km from the area contractual scope of 40 km, bringing the total kilometers to be opened and graded to 48 km. When the contract had expired 13 months after the expected completion date of 23rd February 2023. Further, that the approval and payment of the 320,000 on 15th April 2024 was also questionable, as a physical verification conducted by the auditors on 28th July 2024 revealed that the contractor had demobilized and the additional 80 kilometers was not worked on. Action taken. A review by management of this contract claiming they had encountered challenges in executing the project. Regrettably, the details of these challenges were not clearly stated. In addition, management did not act on it. The execution of the contract had 3 extensions, that is 160 days being from 22nd February to 5th May 2023. The second was 20 days from 4th May to 31st May 2023. The third one 90 days from 31st May to 13th September 2023. The requests for extension were occasioned by heavy rains regarding the first request and equipment breakdown for the last 2 requests. Further analysis of financial obligation to the contractor were made as follows. As the IPC number 1, which was done on 10th January 2023, amounting to 209,380 kwacha. Another IPC, second IPC, which was done on 17th February 2023, amounting to 300,180.8 ngwe. The third IPC, which was done on 23rd May 2023, amounting to 300,184.8 kwacha. The fourth IPC, which was done on 11th September 2023, amounting to 190,250.6 ngwe. The whole total amounting to 1 million. The works were completed and completion certificate was issued on 11th October 2023. On 4th March 2024, a simplified bidding procurement for 8-kilometer road works on the Kalengerengo Road from where the area awarded 40-kilometer contract ended. The 8-kilometer road works were initiated through a simplified bidding procurement method by solicitation of invitations to 3 local contractors, namely Shans, S, and J, NAMS, J Investment, NAMZAM, and Global View to submit their bids, and this resulted in only 1 contractor, namely Shaz SC and J, expressing interest. In the view of only 1 bid being received from Shaz SC and J at close of invitation date, 8th March 2024, an evaluation by procurement committee was undertaken and a contract signed on 3rd April 2024 in contract sum of 320,000 for a period of 3 months. The scope of the road works as per view of quantity included clearing and grabbing of width 7 meters that included light, medium, heavy bush, including anthills. As described, the work did not include grading, but opening up of the road through clearing and grabbing of bush. Documentation is available for verification in an Appendix 1. Remedial measure. Management will always ensure that projects are executed as per provision in the contract. Two, failure to terminate contract. Management response. Cause of query. Council did not cancel the contract at the expiry date of the contract on 23rd February 2023. In order to render the contract as there was no evidence of the required bid process and selection availed for audit, as the variation of 320,000 was 32%, which was above the limit of 25%. Further, there was no termination letter to show evidence terminating the original contract and works were retendered. Action taken. Management wished to submit that there was no variation that was undertaken and hence the Council could not avail any documentation for audit with regard to the cited variation of 320,000 being the 32%, which was above the limit of 25%. Further, wish to state that the contract expired by the expiration of the contract with works executed within the duration period and payment made to the contractor as in the table below. The table is indicating the documentation available for verification in Appendix 1. Remedial measure. Management will always ensure the projects are executed as per provision in the contracts. Failure to avail tender documents. Management response, cause of query. Tender document that included advertisements, bid documents, site position certificate, bill of quantities, interim payment certificate, not availed before the closure of audit. Action taken. It is regarded that the cited documents were not availed before the closure of the audit and wish to submit that these are attached for audit verification. Documentation is available for verification on reference to Appendix 1. Remedial measure. Management will ensure that the relevant documents are availed as and when needed. Questionable award of contracts. Kalengelenge and Kambishi roads. Management response. Cause of query. The awarding of contracts for Kalengelenge road measuring 40 kilometers in Mukumbi ward and at a total cost of 1 million contrasted against Kambish road measuring 15 kilometers in Chitungu ward at 1 million despite 25 kilometer discrepancy in distance, and hence auditor cited the contract as questionable. Action taken. Management wishes to submit that the project has been since completed accordingly with respect to costing of scope of works and details of all unit costs in the table below. The table below mobilization, site demobilization, including bringing equipment for the opening. It has costed in different as it indicated for Kalengelenge Road. The rate was 255,000. That is the first quantity. The second quantity 276,069, amounting to 276.69. 276 and 69. Light bush clearing, medium bush clearing, heavy bush clearing, inclusive of VAT, which is coming to a total of 1 million in both roads. Arising from analysis of the cost details in the table above, the contract amounting for these two different contracts were computed accordingly. Documentation is available for verification on Appendix 2. Remedial measure. Management will always ensure that projects contracted are undertaken according to the procurement provision. Procedure?
Yes.
Management of secondary boarding schools and skills development bursaries. Failure to replace students, Belsam Limited. Management response, cause of query. A discrepancy in the number of students approved for training at Belsam Limited, a skills development training center, Solwezi branch, after a physical verification conducted by auditors on 5th July 2024, reviewed that the council had paid amounts totaling to 169,000 for 27 students to study truck driving, study standard driving, and mental fabrication courses for the period ranging from 2 months to 2 years. Action taken. Management reviewed the physical verification report and proofs of payment, which indicated that out of 224 students approved by provincial CDF committee, 32 students did not report for training, and their corresponding fees amounting to 206,850 were not paid. Further, out of the 1,451,530, which was approved for 224 students, payments amounting to 1,224,680 were made for 192 students who were physically verified to have reported for training. Below is the table that shows the payment made and the verification exercise that were undertaken. Number of students appraised, it was 224. Approved.
Sorry?
With your indulgence, the table we've seen later just...
Yeah, you can skip the table.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you for that guidance.
Remedial measure, management ensured that timely reconciliation of students sent for skills training and fees paid according to the reported students. Unaccounted for pupils, secondary schools. Management response also query. The unaccounted for students at Mutanda and Maheva boarding schools cited by auditor after a physical verification that they conducted on 26th and 27th July 2024 revealed that 71 pupils who were paid for amounts totaling to 265,650, that is in the brackets, Mutanda boarding school amounting to 131,700, Maheva boarding school 133,950 were not available at the time of physical account. Action taken. Management acknowledged the cited query by auditors and wishes to submit the below. Management analyzed the record for all the people that were sub-admitted admitted on the bursary scheme and wish to submit as a table below for respective boarding schools. That is, people at Mutanda boarding Maheva school, as indicated in the table. From the above stated table, out of 71 people that were not available for physical account by the Office of the Auditor General at Mutanda boarding school and Maheva boarding schools on Friday 26th and 27th July 2024, 40 people had been transferred to other schools during the period calendar year of 2024. 23 people were in school, while 8 people had completed in December 2023, as indicated in documentation. Failure to grant utilization records by cooperatives, management of empowerment grants. Management response. The 10 cooperatives, in 3 words, who received grants in amounts totaling to 200,000, failed to avail records such as purchase receipts, bank statements, minutes of finance meetings to the auditor during the performance inspection conducted on 26 July 2024 to demonstrate how the grant received were utilized. Action taken. Management has since engaged the beneficiaries of CDF empowerment grants from whom the records that account for money received, expenditure on activities were retrieved from 3 companies and urged those who did not have to maintain such records as indicated in the table below. Documentation is available for verification on Appendix 5. Remedial measure. Management will enhance capacity building to CDF empowerment grants and loan beneficiaries through conducting financial literacy training as to ensure that proper records of utilization of the funds are kept. Irregular cash withdrawal. Management response. Cause of query. Withdrawal of cash instead of paying direct into beneficiary accounts and failure to attach acquittal sheets. Action taken. Management acknowledged the auditor's observation and submission as follows. It is regrettable that the acquittal sheets were not available when availed during the time of audit, and the same are not now available for verification. Further, management wished to state that 14,700 relates to daily subsistence allowances which were paid to officers and other officials that were invited from Solwezi district during the handover ceremony of 2023 CDF empowerment grants as illustrated in the table below. Documentation is available for verification on Appendix 6. Remedial measure. Management to ensure that all the relevant procedures are adhered to to avoid similar queries. Irregular charge of value-added tax. Management response cause of query. Charging of value-added tax to companies not registered for VAT. Action taken. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation and wishes to report that the Council made payments according to the contract obligation as illustrated below. Remedial measure. Management will make it a requirement for contractors to submit their tax registration certificates during the bidding process as opposed to tax clearance only. Cross-cutting findings. Budget funding and expenditure. Management response cause of query. The retained amount of 115,681 was deducted at source by Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development for the insurance of 2 vehicles for Mutanda Police Station and Constitutional Development Fund monitoring vehicle with the registration number ZP 287B and GRZ 110DA respectively. Action taken. The 2 vehicles were procured and delivered to our district and currently being utilized as shown in documentation in Appendix 8. Remedial measure. Management will sure engage Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development on the details of retained funds. Total unspent funds. Management response.
As the time is 13:05, I suspend business until 15:30. Your immunity is hereby suspended until the time that we resume. Thank you very much. Council Secretary, we shall pick it up from where you have left. Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Chair.
Good afternoon, and that was Kalumbila Town Council Secretary Wamulima Mumbali making a submission to the Committee on Local Government Accounts, who are considering the report of the Auditor General on the Constituency Development Fund for the financial year ended 31st December 2023. And so business for now has been suspended until 15:30 hours. However, we will not be able to bring you the live proceedings of that because the House at that time will be sitting. So keep watching Parliament Television as we continue bringing Parliament to you. Good afternoon.